Well, consistent. You brought out a point earlier. Why do we have the King James Version Bible? Why do we have the NIV, the Mormon Bible? Why do we have all these Bibles in place today? If we're all seeking out the book of the Lord and we're all supposed to be reading, it's going to tie into what the officer was bringing out earlier, because Officer Paul, he was dealing with Paul, he was dealing with Anthony earlier. She's going into their nationality. Why people are calling themselves African American, Puerto Rican, El Salvadorian, when we're all the same nation of people? I'm going to show you why it says. Read that from Psalms 83, verse 1.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O God.
So this is David. He said, keep now thy silence, O God. David saw something in prophecy. Read on.
Hold not thy peace. Or be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemy making tumult.
So it says, my enemies make a tumult. A tumult is a loud gathering. What is this tumult called today? It's called the UN, United Nations. I have a question for you, Paul. Are the so-called El Salvadorians, do they have the seat at the UN? No, they don't. My brother Anthony, do the so-called Puerto Ricans, do they have the seat at the UN? No, they don't. What about you? Oh, what's your name, my brother? What's your name? What's that? Dao? Bao. Okay. I'm sorry. What's your name, sis? Ruth. So, Bao, Ruth. Do our people have a seat? The so-called Haitians, African Americans, Jamaicans, do they have a seat? No. We have no seat at the UN. So, when it comes to policies being made, laws are being passed, economics are being passed, we have no say in it. So, read that last part again.
For lo, thy enemy making tumult.
It says, God, your enemies make a tumult. So our people are not found. These people you see on this sign right here, we're not found at the UN. But you know who's found at the UN? These people you see on this sign right here. The so-called Caucasians, the so-called Chinese, the Japanese, the so-called Africans, the so-called East Indians. All these nation of people, they're found at the United Nations. And all these same nation of people are the same people who enslaved us as well. But this goes more into it. Keep reading.
And they that hate thee,
it says, they that hate thee, O God,
lift up thy head, and they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So it says, God, these people here, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. It started with the transatlantic slave trade. Even before the transatlantic slave trade, before our people were taken from the west coast of Africa and were brought to Americas, we have our so-called Puerto Rican, so-called El Salvadorian, the Northern Kingdom tribes. The conquistadors came to this side of the world and they did this to them. They enslaved them. And you know what they gave them? They gave them Christianity. They gave them Mormonism. They gave them Catholicism. And then in 1619, when our people were brought to this side of the world, we were given Baptist, Pentecostal. We were given all these religions. What's the purpose of all these religions? To keep us confused as to who we are. That's why we have these different versions of the Bible today. The NIV, Mormonism, all these different versions is to keep us confused. Keep us ignorant to who we are as a nation of people. Read that last part again.
They have taken crafty counsel.
So the Bible says they have taken crafty counsel. Have you ever noticed they always come out with these studies? Studies on the so-called African Americans, so-called Hispanic. Oh, we have the highest rates of this. We have the highest rates of that. They're all doing these studies so they can keep us at the bottom. Keep us destroyed as a nation of people. Keep us ignorant as to who we are as a nation of people. We call ourselves African American. Hold on. Where does African American come from? That's too Caucasian, man. They call ourselves Haitian. Haiti means land of high mountains. Jamaican, land of wood and water. El Salvador, hold on. The Mayans were before that country of El Salvador. Our people are calling themselves Puerto Rican, rich port. But when you look at Puerto Rico today, is Puerto Rico a rich port today? And the same people who call themselves Puerto Rico, what did they do? They stole the resources out of that land today. So continue reading.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
We are the hidden ones today. How are we hidden? Because we don't know who we are as a nation of people. We're hidden to who we are as a nation of people. Continue reading.
They have said, come and cut him off from being a nation.
So it says, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. How do they do that? Through the transatlantic slave trade. Because before our people came to 1619, the conquistadors, they came to Puerto Rico and they enslaved our northern, the Taino Indians. They came to Central America and they destroyed the Mayan Empire. They came to Mexico, they destroyed the Aztec Empire. They conquered our people first in 1619 and 1492. Read that last part again.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation.
So this is going through a span of centuries. Our people, we only think maybe a year ahead, maybe 2-3 years ahead. We're just trying to survive. But when we look at the other nations, they're planning generations ahead of how we're going to destroy and conquer this nation of people. Continue reading.
That the name of Israel.
The name of who?
Israel. May be no more remembrance.
So it says, so that the name of Israel shall be no more in remembrance. And we look at our people today, we're no longer calling ourselves Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Zebulon, Reuben, Gad. We're calling ourselves the names that they gave us. They call us American blacks, Negro, African American. They call us Jamaican, Haitians.
Right.
They call us Puerto Ricans. They call us Cubans, Dominicans, El Salvadorians. That's how they cut us off from a nation as a nation. Read that last part again.
They have said, come and cut, let us come off. Let us cut them off from being a nation. And that the name of Israel may be no more remembered.
So that's why we ask her, hey, what's your nationality? Y'all say, oh, I'm African American, I'm a Jamaican. We no longer know who we are as a nation of people. How you doing, young man? So I'm gonna prove it to you right this real quick, sis and brother. I'm gonna prove this to y'all. What's your nationality? Haitian. Y'all say Haitian? What about you? African American. Now watch this, sis. Watch this, my brother. What, my brother right here? What does African American mean?
It means like, you're black.
Your pants are black.
Right.
Your shirt is black. So how's the African American nationality? My brother right here. You said Haitian, right? What does Haitian mean? Hey, y'all come closer. Y'all come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Here, bro. So I'm showing you how we're destroyed as a nation of people. That we're not African American. We're not Jamaican. I have a question for y'all. What's your nationality? I don't know, brother. What is say African American, right? What is African American mean? It means what? No. I want y'all brothers to look at this sign right here. It says American black. You're from the tribe of Judah. It says Benjamin, West Indian black. You're from the tribe of Benjamin. Oh, Benjamin. So your father's from where? Haiti. No, so you're from Haiti? You're from the tribe of Levi. You know who's from Levi?
Aaron Yeager.
You know Moses?
Yeah.
Moses, he's from the tribe of Levi.
Right.
You know who else is from the tribe of Judah? Good question for y'all. What does Christ look like?
He's black. He's black.
So I want y'all to come over here. Look at the sign on this side right here. I want y'all to point to Christ. Wait.
What's it wrong with you?
Which one's Christ? This one right here? Okay, so my brother right here, you said this one, right? This is a better depiction. Y'all said this is a more accurate depiction of Christ, right? So where's that in the Bible?
I don't know. There's no picture.
The
Bible's not a picture book, man.
It's not a picture book? Okay, so I'm going to prove to you. Let's see, we're going to do a process of elimination. Let's see what Christ looks like according to the Bible. So read that, Revelation 1:1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So it says the revelation. What does revelation mean? Okay. What grade y'all in? 8. So middle school. Y'all in middle school? He said 3rd, elementary? Okay. So it said, what revelation means to reveal.
Right.
So it says this is the revealing of Jesus Christ. So we're going to reveal what he looks like according to the Bible. In verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hair were white like wool.
So it says his head and his hairs were white like wool. So what color is white?
My shirt.
Your shirt, right? And what is wool? What is wool?
Like
sheets.
like here. Like
So I want y'all to touch y'all hair.
Bring it up.
What texture is that?
Like
That's wool.
Right.
Like sheep's hair, right? So now look at this sign again. Which sign is a better thick? This sign.
That's right.
Does this man have woolly hair right here?
not like straight here.
Yeah, straight dog hair, right?
Teeth.
So now read that part again.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
So not only did he have woolly hair, but they hair in his face because Christ had a beard. Y'all young men, when y'all go into puberty, y'all get older, y'all gotta grow your beard. Don't shave your face bald.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.